Sorry I'm late, Mark. We had a storm here last night, and both computers crashed. Morning, Bill. Morning, Mark. We had computer problems this morning. Neither one of them would come on. We had to off. Hi, Jim. Hey, Bill. Hi, Brenda. Like I was just saying, sorry I'm late, everybody. We had a storm here last night that shut down both our computers. And if you look, I'm still trying to get the other one to come on. It took forever to get there, Mr. Richard. Oh, yeah. Those storms that's coming in around the Gulf of Mexico apparently affected us too. Yeah, couldn't get the computers to get them to boot up. And that one's, like I say, that one's still trying to get figured out. Last I heard, it's over if you're talking about the one that's over by Mexico right now, it's over by the Yucatan Peninsula. Is that the name of the storm, Marie? I'll take that. I'll accept that, Mark. Oh. Hey, Dee, do you remember the password to the computer? I don't want to go through all those whole sheets of paper. Hi, Nick. How we doing? Oh, yeah, that might be it. All right, let's see if we can get the other computer working. Yeah, we'll have to figure out the password. Oh, good morning, Southern Relics. Boy, everybody's sneaking in here and I don't see them. Well, guys, last week we were talking about the small coils or extra coils for some machines. And Mr. Dalton, Florida Knox, I was watching the Weedy Boys till this fired up. I watched their one from the other day. The password is Rob. No, I wish it was that easy. I'll let Denise do it. So try password 1. If I may have to, Jim. Jim, did you get my message that your dime's on the way? Coin, you dig it. Good morning, Stan. Good to see you back. Oh, and Charlie's here from California, folks. So that means it's what, 7 a.m. in California? Wow, Charlie, thanks for getting up at 7 a.m. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're doing a big permission right now, guys. You've seen one day hunt of it with Pat. I haven't produced mine yet because I'm going to be doing a little bit different kind of a video. And it's one of the best permissions that Dalton and I have ever gotten. It's an entire city block that the Sanborn maps told us there were 4 houses there in a row in the city block. One of the neighbors came out across the street and said, this is one of the 4 houses over there. She gave us a little history on the house. So I'm going to see if she'll go on camera and let me be interviewed. Well, anyway, Mr. Troy came back up. He's been not hunting for a couple of weeks. And he met us there, and he brought his sniper coil, and Mr. Dalton tried his sniper coil, which was a real good thing that Troy brought it, because when Mr. Dalton took the nylon bolt off his stock coil, one of the ears fell off for the coil and broke. So Mr. Dalton had to contact Mine Lab, and the good news is the Knox, I thought, had a 2-year warranty. It has a 3-year warranty. So they said, yes, sir, we'll give you an RMA number, and he has shipped his stock coil off. So what he did was he excuse me, he bought a sniper coil for himself because he really, really liked Troy's. And that came in overnight mail. So Mr. Dalton Went out hunting yesterday again with Mr. Troy and used a sniper coil and absolutely loved it. Stan found his first Merc the other day. Congratulations, Stan. Where'd you find it, Stan? I mean, you know, not specifically, but look. Nick, according to, well, I'll be honest with you, Nick, I've heard two things. I've heard there's a 3-year warranty on the coil, and I've heard there's a 3-year warranty on the whole machine. I've heard both. So when my control pod got water in it the day I was hunting out in the Gulf, I had it about a year, so that was obviously no problem. They fixed that. They sent me a new control pod right away. So Nick, I'm going to have to find that out. Mr. Dalton said he thinks it's on the whole thing, but somebody else told me it's on the coil. Paparouse defeated the Hunter GT for the weekly win. No, I didn't check the iPad yet, Jim. Well, thank you, Jim. That's very nice. Thank you very, very much. So it is 7 a.m. there, Charlie, huh? Yeah, guys, Coin You Dig It is Mr. Stan. He is a member of our metal detecting club. I'm glad he's back. He went out to California for a while, too, which is where Charlie's out right now, visiting some family. I want Coil Tech to make like a 14x9 one like they do for the CTX, and maybe one similar to the KR28 that Nocta Macro makes. Yeah, apparently the Nocta has some good coil options. I'm not familiar with how much options a CTX has. Oh, that is the weekly marble racing he does on Twitch. Okay, see, now you've lost me, Nick. I've heard of Twitch, but I've never. First permission. Congratulations, Stan. First permission, and he gets a Merc. Congratulations, Stans. No, it is not. Do I have any moderators in the room? Thank you, Brenda. Good morning, J-Man. All right, we just eliminated that person. J-Man just put out a nice video, too. Mr. J-Man found his first gold on the beach. A beautiful, beautiful ring. I have a couple of coils for the White's XLT that you can have for free if you want. PM me. All right, Stan. I will give you a call, Stan. I don't have to personal message you, Stan. I can call you. I have that power. Wow, that's the first time we've had somebody, some weirdo, crash the chat. I blocked him. Reef 169, yo yourself, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Wow, guys, even though I was late, we're up to 13 people. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry I was 4 minutes late, 5 minutes late. We woke up this morning and went to go log on both computers, and neither one of them would turn on. It took me like 8 minutes to get this computer live, and I still don't have the other one. We had some rains come in last night, which cut my night on Clearwater Beach a little short. See, that's a great coil name, the Bigfoot Coil. Traveling Detector, welcome, Traveling Detector. Wow, it's great to see a lot of good, regular names here. Thank you, Stan. I was there last night. I went a little late, Stan, or I would have called you, Stan, but I went a little late last night. I didn't get down there till till probably about 10 to 9. And I didn't park in my condo building I normally park at. I parked up at Frenchie's Seafood Restaurant. And, so I did North Clearwater Beach last night, up around the very last lifeguard tower to the north. Hi, buddy. You want to be on TV? Come here. Come here. You gonna come here? No, we're just gonna lay down in the middle of the. No, we are gonna come here. Come here. Ragdolls, guys, you go to pick them up and they lay down. Hi. Hi. Put me down, you hag. All right. Oh, nice, Jay, man. Got a titanium ring too. I've gotten several titanium rings, but I've never gotten any with any stones in it. So nice. Oh my God. There you go. Pat knows that because Pat's a whites man, guys. Pat has a whites machine too, and he had just been selected for the whites. What do you call it? Field team, and like 2-3 weeks later, whites went out of business. But yeah, guys, I had a good hunt last night. The rain front just moved in last night, so when I got to Clearwater Beach, it started drizzling on me. Not enough to stop hunting, but just enough that it took the entire dry sand and put a coating of damp sand. So every time you moved the coil or used your scoop or everything, the sand just stuck to everything. It was sticking to my gloves, and it was a mess. But that's okay. We did a 3-hour hunt. We went from not about, like I say, a few minutes to 9 to right around midnight. So yeah, you too, Zeus. Mr. Drummond Detect Joel's here. Good morning, sir. I know, Pat. Sorry about that, buddy. I know you were really hyped up, and you put the sticker on the back of your truck, and I know you were all geared up for that. See, now he doesn't know what to do because I closed his windows. What are you gonna do? Huh? Well, guys, we got the new 36-inch pocket door in for the new bathroom. So my buddy Steve will be coming over this week, and we will be installing the frame for the new pocket door. And then that will be the last wall we have to put up, or the last framing we have to put up, and then we can start putting walls up. Jim Steele says, I used the whites from 1980 to 2000. Wow, 24 years he used the whites. No, 34 years. I'm sorry. Well, guys, I am still peeling from my beach time 2 weeks ago. Wow. J-Man says their sand went so far down that they're having to replenish it. That's the time to get out there, J-Man, if they let you. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people expected that thing with whites. And I'll be honest with you guys, I really expected one of the other companies, especially one of the other American companies, to come in and save them, or at least continue their brand name as a subsidiary or something. I was very surprised when nobody picked whites up. I don't know much about whites. Like I say, guys, I don't know much about any other detectors except for what I watch on YouTube. Yeah, I'm peeling. I just know enough about MindLab to use them. And like I say, guys, I bought my first MindLab because Gary Drayton on Curse of Oak Island was using a MindLab. Of course, I couldn't afford that thing he has. I think he's got the CTX 2020, 3030, whatever it's called. I mean, that's what, a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 machine. Yeah, Pat, they could be. We probably won't know that for a while. That would be awesome, though. Now, is somebody buying out all their inventory and their parts so you guys can keep getting coils and, shafts and parts like that? Yeah, that traveling detector, that may happen. Somebody may be able to pick them up at a fire sale. It depends on how long down the road that somebody picks them up. I guess the longer it takes somebody to buy them, the lower the price will be. Cat hair on everything. Imagine that. So, I know, Pat. I know you've mentioned about thinking about getting yourself an Equinox. I'll tell you some guys. When I hunt the beach, one of the things I was taught by the gentleman that came and gave us a speech to our metal detecting club, the NASA engineer that I always seem to forget his name. But he basically said, when you're doing the beach, take your coil cover off. And guys, I took it off yesterday after doing those permission properties, like I say, that whole square block. And it was amazing how much dirt was in between the coil cover and the coil that had turned to like mud with the rain we've had. And guys, you put that thing on the beach. I know that coil cover only weighs a few ounces, but you don't pick up any sand between there. When you go out in the water, there's no wet sand getting underneath there. It makes it much lighter. It's not dragging you down by the weight of the coil with the sand underneath of it. Good morning, Lincoln Central Coins. The other places are still honoring the warranties. Well, that's pretty cool. Wow, Jim says in 34 years, the only parts he needed were batteries. So they were that reliable, huh, Jim? That's excellent. Pat was telling me he uses really good batteries in his whites, and he's only got to put batteries in like once or twice a month. That's pretty good. I use cheapo batteries in my 705, and I used to get the pack of 4 from the dollar store for $1, and they would only last maybe a week if I was hunting a lot. Yeah, I agree with you, Joel. They probably don't look as sleek and stylish as the other machines. I know that Mine Lab, that Equinox pod that's tall and thin like that, boy, that's a lot smaller and a lot sturdier looking of a pod compared to my 705. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I love that 705, guys, and it found a lot of things for me. It found my first gold ring. It found a ton of silver jewelry for me. It found my first, my first walker that I thought I'd never find another coin like that ever. I thought that was going to be my like trophy coin for my life. And yet, when you look at that 705 control pod compared to the Equinox, it looks like a toy. So, and I know Shane, See It My Way One, the gentleman that's in our Wednesday night chat. Oh, let me finish that thought first. He uses the Garrett AT Pro because being legally blind, it's got the tactile buttons that are raised up off the, whereas the Knox is just a push in, like a modern iPad or something. But the Garrett AT Pro's got the actual raised buttons so that he can feel them and he knows what to switch when he's using that without his eyes. So my white took 14 AA batteries and lasted 1 week. Holy crap, that had to cost you some money. Nick, Pat might be able to answer that for you. Oh, okay, last you 2 months, Pat. I thought they lasted a month, you'd said. So, yeah, if they last you 2 months, Pat, yes, I know you hunt like 2 out of every 3 days. Pat, do you see Nick's question here about the chief engineer? Cell phone on a stick. That's a really good way to describe that, Joel. That's exactly true. My Equinox out of the truck last night. I'd already cleaned it off at the beach. It just felt so light in my hand. But I was just talking to Martin, Randolph Relic Recovery. I was talking to him on the phone yesterday. Good morning, Frankie. and he was having a little bit of problems with his Knox working well in the water. So he said when he does his future water detecting, he's going back to his Sea Hunter machine. And I know several people that have both the Knox and a dedicated water machine that they've been using for years. And as much as they like the Knox for dry sand or parks or fields, a lot of guys still stick with their dedicated water machine when they're doing serious water hunting. I like that, though, cell phone on a stick. So, Bill, how you doing out there? You said the smoke had cleared up. Oh, that is awesome, J-Man. Make sure you put that. Make sure you feature that in a future video that you make that announcement. If you guys don't know what Jamie J-Man's talking about, metal sharks, he found an old manufacturing plate, and he's been trying to do some research on it to get an approximate date. And they have confirmed that the find is circa 1899. That is just phenomenal. That's great. I love finding out stuff like that. I actually found and it was made of copper or brass. It was about the frame size, a little bit smaller than a pack of cigarettes. That's got Tampa Shipbuilding Incorporated around the frame. And I looked it up on the internet. I found one picture of it, and it was the actual ID badge, because the one on the internet had the person's picture and ID number on it. And guys, there's not much left in the downtown Tampa area where the manufacturing is in the shipyards. There's not much left of the original Tampa shipyard. But if I can find a corporate officer or somebody to get that back to that used to be related to that shipbuilding plant, I'm going to try and get that back to them. Lots of smoke, can't go detecting. Wow. I'm hoping that one of these storms goes over to the California side, guys. Yeah, Frankie, sorry they couldn't do your surgery the other day. I think that sucks. Actually, I think it's ridiculous. But anyway. And Stan says he upgraded his software on the Simplex, so I guess they've done a software update, and he loves the mute feature. Fantastic. I think when I hunted with Susie Q, she had put that on hers. Set up for Wednesday morning. Well, we all pray for you, PD, that it goes well. Thank you, Lincoln Central Coins. Hit that like button. We're almost equal. So, guys, this will be the last stream at 10 a.m. Liz comes back on the 11th, which is next Sunday, a week from today. She comes back to this regular spot at 10 a.m. And as I like to say, I've just been her placeholder. This has worked out real well. So Liz will be back next Sunday at 10 a.m. I've already sent her a long message saying that I will do the lead-in at 9 a.m. So I will be here at 9 a.m. next week. I'll try and make sure the computers are working before 5 minutes to 9. Oh, Frankie can do the Zoom from the hospital. Just sit there in the hospital bed with your iPad on your chest, Frankie. I'm sure they would love that in the hospital. That's excellent, J-Man. I'm sure that machine would tell you whether that plate. Hey, who knows? Maybe they need actually something like that to complete one of their horses' carriage or buggies. Hey, if you could do it, Frankie, do it with that. Do it with that iPad or your phone if they let you. Oh, and I also got more exciting news, and I don't think he'd mind me telling you guys. Troy hunts St. Petersburg. That's where he lives, which is about 35 miles south of where I'm at. And St. Petersburg's not as big as a town as Tampa, but it's a pretty good sized city. But there are a lot of old sections in the city from the early teens and 20s. And obviously tries to get a lot of those permissions. And guys, he's been finding a lot of relics with the word St. Pete on them. Badges from city conventions. He found a a police chief's convention badge from the 30s. I guess all the police chiefs from the country came down here like in 36 or something and had their annual convention down here. And one of his early things he found that he posted on the internet back before he was doing his own YouTube channel. I guess he put something on Facebook, and somebody saw it and referred it to a, I don't know, what would you call an investigator, historian from the St. Petersburg Historical Museum. And they contacted Troy. This was pre-COVID. And finally, now that you're allowed back in buildings and stuff, and things are opening back up, Troy took a bunch of his St. Pete finds down there. And the museum's had them for a few weeks. And they contacted Troy and told him that there's 29 items that he has found that they would like to put in their museum. 29 items. Is that not phenomenal, guys? Stan, he's supposed to be hooking it up this week. But he said at least sometime during this month, Florida Hunt 7 will be hooked up for PayPal, and they will start accepting payments. Yep, that's a Park Rat Pat question right there. Oh, Brenda, that's too funny. Yeah, Pat, they have female police officers now too, and female attorneys. Yeah, Brenda, who wants male nurses? Well, I guess the women do. Puke emoji. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Yeah, when I did that one beach video with a lot of the TNA and the T-backs in it, I got a couple requests from women to put some beefcake shots in it. I just don't know how I would approach some guys to ask, hey, can I film your studly body for my video? We've gotten permission for two 1,800 hotels where Civil War soldiers will watch. Oh, well, that would be absolutely awesome, Richard. He's not having surgery at Chippendale Hospital. Women with handcuffs and guns. Scary thought. Yeah, Jim. Well, just like the male officers, I've worked with some crappy ones, and I've worked with some really, really good ones. I had a female partner on a call once that a couple got in a big fight, and she had to wind up wrestling the female, and she had just found out she was pregnant, and she said, "That's it. That's my last fight on the street. I'm going in for desk duty." So. Yeah, that would be great, Richard. Nick says we look forward to those. Absolutely. Well, that's good to know, Stan. Troy and I booked a room together. Dalton's coming up, and I think he's getting a separate room. Troy and I are going up for 2 nights. I know Pat's coming over. I'm not sure if he's bringing his motorhome or he's just getting a hotel room, but he's going to be in the same area. And we're actually going to try and get a poker game up one night, guys. And I'm also trying to find a restaurant in Gainesville that will, because with our extended group, whatever you want to call it, that we all know each other. I mean, there's like a dozen of us from Florida Hunt 6 that I know are coming back, and then at least 4 or 5 or 6 more people that are coming up to Florida Hunt 7 that weren't at 6. So we could have anywhere from 18 to 24 people in our loose group of people. So I'm trying to find for the Saturday night. Friday night is the meet and greet that Greg picks the restaurant or the pub or the sports bar, or whatever that can accommodate 100 to 200 people like the place did last year. But Saturday night there's nothing official Saturday night, so I'm trying to find a Gainesville restaurant that I can reserve a block for 25 people. That will set up a section of the restaurant for 25 of us, give us a dedicated waitress or 2. And I just found out my buddy Johnny lives across the street. He went to college in Gainesville for, I can't remember if it's for 2 or 4 years. But anyway, he has a buddy that has a restaurant up there, and he's going to contact him and then I'll put the feelers out to everybody to see if that kind of restaurant would be acceptable. So I am working on that. Nick, I don't think he's putting a I don't think he's. Hey, let's all stay in Pat's RV. That would be a great idea, except if he brings that big ass dog. I met that big ass dog last week. Pat says, come on in and see my nice new motorhome. And I'm like, I let the dog smell the back of my hand, and then I went to take a step in, and he did a big growl and opened his mouth, and I said, oh, I'm fine right out here, Pat. That is one big ass dog. We should order in and use the hotel breakfast area. Oh, that would be hilarious, Pat. But Nick, yeah, like you say, I don't know if the vaccine is going to be available for this COVID thing or not. But I do know that when we were up there, we were also spread out. I mean, even with the 100 people we had there on 300 acres, nobody was bumping into each other. And this year they have 500 acres. He's got another 200 acres, I think, adjacent to the north. And the north is where the Dalton and I and Troy and the Weedy Boys and Charlie digging it back in our group. We all did to the south because Dalton had found a map that had a couple old houses on it, and we did real well on the south. But the guys that went north had some open fields, and that's where the one large cent was found, the 1850s large cent. So there's a lot of people that want to go north this year, and I think the 200 more acres is to the north. So the organized hunt's going to be Saturday, and then Saturday afternoon, I can't remember what time it was, 3 or 4 o'clock. Everybody came in for the raffles and the prizes and the giving away of the metal detector and awards, and all your sponsors kicked in, and then Greg did some announcements and gave out the prizes and stuff. Our group, Pat won a really nice expensive watch. Troy won a beautiful Lesh digging shovel. I won a little display case. Jason and his wife, the Detective Smith, she won a brand new Simplex. I mean, that was just freaking awesome. So, oh no, it's a big dog. It's a big dog, Mama. It's like Pat will tell you what breed it is, but the thing looked bigger than a Saint Bernard to me. Yeah, so we're gonna go for poker on Saturday, Stan. We're gonna try and go to a nice restaurant, and then like maybe use the hotel's breakfast area for poker. She's still not broken in yet. I believe that, Pat. She's a sweetheart with a really, really big mouth with teeth. Richard, no, but I will put Dalton on that. Well, we'll talk to Greg in the Zoom meeting Wednesday. Greg usually pops in the Zoom meeting for a little while to give us an update on Florida Hunt 7 in the Pat Zoom meeting. And that's what I wanted to talk about, guys. On Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. and at 10 p.m., sometimes the 7 o'clock Zoom runs all the way to 10, and we just make it one continuous Zoom. But we do start at 7 p.m. Pat has a phone number for Zoom posted on the About section of all his videos. When you click on the video, it's on the home page of the video, and you could just and Pat, you could even type it in here if you want. We would love to have some new people in the Zoom. We have a lot of fun, guys. It's a lot like this, but we all get to see each other because we're all on the screen. So the screen looks like a Brady Bunch screen. It'll be like 3 people on top, 3 people in the middle, and then it just, if you're on a phone, it highlights the person talking that you see because it only has enough room on a small screen. But on a regular PC like I'm on, I get to see everybody in the Zoom room who's talking. You can do comments on the side to each other while somebody's talking. That Zoom thing is just great. Plus, their stocks shooting up like unbelievable, especially with this COVID thing not being going away anytime soon, and more companies using Zoom to communicate between their employees and do more meetings instead of in person. Their stock has been going through the roof. Sweet dog, and she bites your hand off. That's about right. Lola J, good morning. I like the Santa Claus emojis. Guys, I tried doing emoji on my computer the other day in somebody else's live stream, and the chat was so far by the time my computer, to switch from the keyboard to the chat thing, my computer takes like 30 minutes. J-Man, take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Lola J, welcome. We appreciate you coming by. We're talking about metal detectors. We're talking about Florida Hunt 7. We're talking about Pat's big ass dog. Pat, are you bringing the motorhome, Pat? I'd imagine, because you don't really leave your dog home, do you? Oh, Bill, that would be freaking awesome, Bill. All the way from out on the West Coast. That would be awesome, Bill. Oh my God, we would love to have you, Bill. Oh, Pat, they're getting a hotel. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to try, and the first night we're there, when we check in, I'm going to see if we can use that breakfast nook facility and get a nice poker game going. That would be awesome. Wow, Bill, if you come, that's just another person in our group we have to add in, that I can see if I can. Yeah, I'm going to be talking to my neighbor and see if we can find a restaurant. See if I can find something that the food is something to everybody's taste. You know, sports bars are fairly limited on their food, and usually most of it's fried. Some people don't do that. I don't want some fancy hoity-toity restaurant that's $40 a dinner. I just want some family place that it's got a nice varied menu that's affordable, and we can all either sit together or real close to each other. Maybe they have like a section of the dining room that we could just have that whole section. We have one restaurant here that's got a back room for special parties and stuff that can hold 40, 50 people. And if we can find something like that, we can just take over a restaurant. I thought you were, Pat. I didn't want to say that. I thought you were. Meat and potatoes. That's right, Pat. Let's just do some Cracker Barrel style restaurant there with just good family home cooking. Yeah, Brenda. See, for a lot of us, the way it's situated up there in North Florida, even for people like the Smiths in Mississippi, and you got J-Man up there in North Florida and Charlie in North Florida, even for the folks like in Alabama, even Susie in Virginia. She's just over the Virginia line, I guess, from the state to the south. So, she's only maybe going to be like an 6-8 hour drive. And I do know that Kay's Digging It came all the way over from Texas. She was the furthest person that I thought came last year from Texas. One of the Hoover boys was supposed to be there. His name was on the list, but for some reason he didn't make it. He would have been probably one of the furthest too. But Kay drove, and she had a hell of a drive. I think she did a 2-day drive. That's right. You tell her, Richard. Start using Clad. That's right. Let's take over the Days Inn by Wyndham in Gainesville. There you go, Stan. I know when. Hang on. I'll think of that in a minute. Vegetarian only meals. Well, I can imagine most restaurants now, vegetarian people who can't hunt. I'm trying to think of that person's name. I can't believe I'm blanking out, guys. It sucks getting older. I don't think carrots scream, Stan, but that's pretty good. That's right, Pat. Cows are vegetarians. Look what happens to them. They convert that to nice meat for us. Guys, I said in my video last night as I was starting a metal tech next to Frenchie's seafood restaurant, I said, man, we had steak, green beans, and a Caesar salad last night, but I'm telling you, I remember people eat tasty. Oh, that's great, Brenda. Oh my God, that's my laugh of the day. Oh, that's great. Oh, we have to remember that one. We need to put that on t-shirts. So yeah, I know several people that went to the big hunt up in upstate New York last year. I can't remember what the name of that was. That's a big metal detecting U.S. hunt. I know several people carpooled to save some money and drove in together. I'm amazed Troy's getting a hotel room with me again because he complained I snored so much. But I think that's why he wanted to put that pillow over my head. Oh, that's just great. PETA people eating tasty animals. Oh. So yeah, guys, I think even if there's not a vaccine for this coronavirus, I'm hoping, you know, I don't talk politics on my channels, guys, for various reasons because you're going to piss off half the people, and some people can't have a discussion about politics without believing that their way is the only way. Um, so I just will say that I hope there's a vaccine by February. A lot of people think if there's not, that this winter this thing's going to respike, and I don't think so because I think if we have a harsh winter again, like in Chicago and Boston and all your places up north that get snowed in. My sister's out in the Midwest. There's sometimes she gets snowed in. She can't leave the house for days. I think even more and more people are going to be staying in their houses, and more companies are going to be doing these Zoom meetings and business by over the internet. That I'm hoping that there's less contact by people, and I'm hoping that this goes way down. That by the time they do get a vaccine, that the rate of infection is lower then. So we are coming either way. Well, way to go. Oh, sorry, PD. Why are we getting mad? Oh, did we upset you, Pete? Frankie? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Frankie. What did I do to upset you, buddy? Sorry. Oh, people in politics. Yes. Oh, it's getting mad. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, I see what you're saying. We may be wearing hazmat. Yeah, guys. If you remember, Liz took her little logo person, her little animated logo person, and she put him in a hazmat suit. And that's what she has, that little emoji running around her screen is in a hazmat suit. And the first time I saw that, I just thought that was freaking hilarious. Oh, wouldn't that be great if like a dozen of us, Richard, showed up in hazmat suits to walk around else? Wouldn't that freak everybody else out there at the morning gathering when we get ready for that? Oh my God, that would be freaking hilarious. And I know Park Rat Pat would do it. I don't get mad. I get happy. Absolutely. Oh, that would be hilarious. See if we can find some of those fire retardant silver suits like I had on my old GI Joe when I was a kid. He had his fire fighting suit. It was all silver and crinkly. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh, Pat would definitely do it. That's right. Even if we just got those thin yellow ones, I got a cat hair on me. Even if we got one of those thin yellow ones and we just did the whole full shield and everything. Well, thank you, Pat, for the $2 super chat and reminding everybody that the live stream is at 9 a.m. next week instead of 10. Smoke bombs. There you go, PD. You could use it to go to Dead Horse Bay too. Then, absolutely. Brenda, have you heard anything about them opening that back up? Merrill hasn't mentioned that lately, unless I've missed it. Traveling detector. I think you're right. I know there was a certain metal detecting channel that went on a big rant one night about his politics and one party and the blood of babies and everything like this, and he woke up the next morning down several hundred subscribers because people just weren't into that. And yeah, I just one or two people have made a comment or something in my chats, and I was like, no worries, just please don't, you know. And then they said, okay, I didn't know, and I said, no worries. Really? Well, it didn't close the whole thing, did it, Brenda? Because I'll tell you something. I intended to make a trip to Maryland next summer. My cousin lives 5 minutes from where the Hoover Boys meet for their at the community center for their meeting. So I would like to go to another meeting of the Maryland Free State Treasure Club like I did 2 years ago, and get to see the guys again, and then maybe get to do another hunt up there if I'm lucky enough in Maryland. And from Maryland, New York's maybe only a day's drive. I would love to either go do a park hunt with Merrill or go take my little 3-prong rake and go hit Dead Horse Bay. I mean, just so I could come back with something and say that I found it at Dead Horse Bay. Richard, that's a really nice thought. That's a good thing too. They have a nice big huge tent set up, Jim, that we all ate under from the barbecue. They had like one of them portable barbecue trailer setups there where they made the barbecued pork and the barbecued chicken, and then they had like this huge big event tent or circus tent, what do you want to call it? It was nice and shady, and we all sat under there and ate lunch, and that's where they did all the prizes and the raffles, and then your vendors all set up their little 10x10 booths. So yeah, Jim, there's people going back and forth. If you could just get up there and visit, that would be great. It was uranium and reflective boat parts. That was the problem. G.I. Joe, you mean you played with dolls? Yes, I did, Stan, and I still have both my Foot Locker, G.I. Joe Foot Lockers. I have the original wooden one and then the cheaper cardboard one that have all my old G.I. Joes. Of course, not many of them are still in one piece. You know, the boys tend to destroy things, blow things up with firecrackers, but that's right. It's an action figure. That's right, Pat. Thank you. And could I?
Dan says he can't see you, and Charlie says the Wi-Fi keeps dropping. That would be his Wi-Fi, not yours.
Hey, Wi-Fi. Okay. Oh no, Stan wrote that one. Hang on, guys. Yeah, Stan sent me a text saying we're not seeing you at 10:07. Sorry, that's when I was late, guys. Hun, could you get me a cup of coffee? Thank you. Barry is not on the click effect. Jesus, Jim, sorry to hear that, buddy. Now, Stan, who you offering to drive if you want company?
I don't have a coffee mug.
Right here. Good morning, Dan. Welcome, Dan. Oh, I'll get this wrong. Milovich. I can't believe we're now talking about G.I. Joes. I probably shouldn't have brought that up. Pat's right, though, Jim. I think you'd have a good time. Jim is in. Christ, I lose more crap. Jim is in Iowa. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. Stan, I'm riding up with Troy in his truck since I've had my stalling problems with my Ranger. It did make it 51 miles 2 days ago before it I don't want to say it stalled, but it the problem I'm having with my Ranger is after the engine gets to operating temperature, and it's been at operating temperature for about an hour, it runs great as long as you're driving. But when you stop at a traffic light and you go to put your foot on the gas, it doesn't do anything. It just stays in idle. It bucks and it stalls. And then you take your foot off the gas and idle, it'll just roll down the road at 1 mile an hour. But I've had two mechanics that haven't been able to figure it out. So it did it the first time. It did it at 25 miles, but yesterday, 2 days ago, it made it all the way to 51 miles before it did that. And I feathered the gas time, and on the second or third feather, it picked itself up and kept on going. So I'm hoping it's working itself out. Oh, Bill, you're so bad. Richard, that's what somebody suggested. But yet, my one mechanic said if he thought it was a catalytic converter that was clogged, he believed it would run bad all the time. And guys, when I'm cruising down the highway at 50 or 60 miles an hour, that truck just runs as smooth as a brand new car. It's just I have a rough idle. Sometimes an idle, it feels like it's running on three cylinders. Um, but like I say, as long as I'm driving and I'm not, like if I was on the interstate, it'd be perfect. Morning, Reed. I know you have the convertible, Stan. That's a nice car. Yeah, Stan, there's a commercial for that there. If doctors went to school and got this thing, why do they call their businesses practices? Reed's out west too, guys. He's been dealing with all the smoke and stuff too. So I think he's what, 2 or 3 hours. So thanks, Reed, for getting up early. You and Charlie got up early. Honey, that's a dang good cup of coffee. Denise has to figure out how to make my coffee the way I like it because she doesn't drink coffee. So, are you drinking coffee or hot chocolate with peanut butter in it? Brenda, I've never even heard of that, drinking hot chocolate with peanut butter in it. No, in the Zoom meetings, I'll have my coffee and I'll just eat peanut butter and jelly right out of the jar since I'm not supposed to have bread. Sounds like vapor lock. That's it. You know what, Stan? It does feel like a vapor lock. Try putting a couple of clothespins on the fuel line between the fuel pump and the carb. That's interesting because my second mechanic that doesn't believe it's the clogged catalytic converter or it would do it all the time. Um, my first mechanic wanted to put a new fuel pump on without testing the fuel pump. He goes, well, it's $400 for the fuel pump. We got to take the bed of your truck off and then unscrew the top and the gas can and do all that. And I was like, so I talked to the second, I fired the first mechanic. And then I said to the second mechanic, I said, he wanted to put a new fuel pump on. He goes, well, did he do a fuel pump pressure test? I go, no. So my mechanic let it idle in his shop for like 4 hours to get up, to running temperature. And he drove around the neighborhood. He couldn't get it to buck or stall. But he came back to his shop and the thing had been heated and driven around. He put his fuel pressure gauge on it. And he says, your fuel pressure is right exactly where it's supposed to be. He says, you have no problem with your fuel pressure. So he did not think it was the fuel pump. Or leave the gap cap loose. There's another suggestion I've heard from some people, Pat. Have you cleaned your throttle body? I got to write this shit down. Five minutes after this chat's over, I'll forget half this stuff. How come I keep losing pens? Okay. Clothespins on fuel line between fuel pump and carb. we're going to get my truck fixed here, guys. And clean throttle body. Thanks, Reed. If you go on YouTube, which I have to try and watch this, my truck has about 175,000 on it, and apparently Ford Rangers seem to get to 175,000 miles without a problem, and that's when issues like this start. So there are a lot of videos on YouTube with different suggestions for things like this, all the way from things you guys have suggested. I've already replaced the master O2 sensor. I've already replaced the ECG sensor. My one mechanic did find that my one distributor cap, it's got two coils, because even though it's a 4-cylinder, each cylinder's got 2 plugs, so it has to have a coil and distributor for each one. So one of my coils had a crack in it, and that took care of the bucking at an idle. So that did help that when we put the new coil on. But they still haven't got rid of this little stall vapor lock thing. All right, Jim, thank you. Injector cleaner. See, my buddy says we need to start at the cheapest, easiest stuff first and work our way, and that's what we're going to do. So fuel additive that you put in, that's about the easiest and cheapest thing to do. So we'll try that, Jim. Yeah, I was going to do a video on this, but man, you guys have been a big help. This truck will not make it to 88 miles an hour. I'll be quite honest with you, Stan. I have never tried taking my truck to 88 miles an hour. Pat, when you showed me that ad, that was flipping hilarious. Guys, if everybody here knows what an Easter egg is on a DVD, an Easter egg is a hidden feature on a DVD. They started this years ago when DVDs first coming out. The best one I know is on the movie Independence Day. If you, in the beginning of the trailer, when they unlock this, when they're showing the beginning of the movie, and the alien spaceship is in the underground hangar, you can press certain buttons on your remote, and it'll unhitch the spaceship and hover, and then you can hit another button, it'll open the door of the spaceship, and you can go inside and take a tour of the spaceship. They're hidden features that give you more access to special features on DVDs. So O'Reilly Auto Parts has put an Easter egg on their website for their auto parts store, and Pat has the code for it. And Pat, we were in the Zoom meeting, Pat said, go to O'Reilly Auto Parts website, and I did, and it said type in part number, and I typed in this code Pat gave me, and they have the Back to the Future flux capacitor they have for sale. I thought that was freaking hilarious. Opportunity Knox, welcome. Oh, AutoZone does too? Didn't know that, Bill. But yes, I don't know if my truck would make it to 88, Stan. Get a gallon of hydraulic bumper bolt oil free. Yes, I think it's the muffler bearings. You're absolutely right, Knox. Probably going to need a left-handed screwdriver to fix it. I had a buddy that told his wife once when she went to turn on the headlights at sunset, no, don't turn those on yet, because when you turn the headlights on, the car uses more gas and we don't need them now. And she shut the headlights off because she believed that story. So change the air in your tires. I'm telling you guys are a riot. I'll have that truck fixed in no time. What the hell is muffler oil? Morning, Knox. We were talking about trying to fix my truck, and we all got way carried away. Oh my God, Brenda, that's freaking hilarious. Oh, where do you find the cleanest air in California and the other tires? Oh my God, that is great. There's the code, guys. Pat put the code in 121 small g. If you go into O'Reilly Auto Parts and where it says search for a part, you just type in 121G and it'll take you to the flux capacitor, guys. And they did a real nice job of the picture of a flux capacitor. It looks just like the one from Back to the Future. Oh, really, Stan? I did not know that. Lots of Easter eggs in Google. I did not know that. Thank you, PD. A diesel engine now has muffler oil. Well, see, you learn something every day. Yeah, traveling detector, but considering I'm self-employed and I don't make a lot of money, and I use the phrase self-employed very loosely, it's more like semi-retired on a limited budget. A brand new vehicle at a dealership is not an option. Stupidest thing I've ever seen. Sailboat fuel. Oh, absolutely. You would have bought one for the Ratmobile, Pat. Absolutely. Wouldn't that look great coming out the back hatch of your car? A flux capacitor. You know, it's funny. Every now and then you see a real low rent Ghostbusters vehicle driving around your town. You know, somebody's taking an old, you know, late 50s, early 60s station wagon or an old hearse vehicle and turned it into a cheapo knockoff, you know, Ghostbuster mobile. But you don't see any DeLoreans running around looking like the Back to the Future vehicle. Of course, that might be just a little bit more money. That's right, Brenda. I do. Brenda says you're my sugar mama. She said maybe so. I would make a joke, Brenda, but she wouldn't appreciate it, so we won't do that. Reed says he actually saw one. Nice. You guys are just killing it this morning. I recently purchased a solar-powered clothes dryer, and they sent me a rope. That is just freaking hilarious. Oh, you saw one in Vegas. Well, that'd be the place to see one, Reed. Oh, sailboat fuel. You guys are just a riot. Sometime more mama than sugar. Yeah. Won't go there either. Well, guys, it is 10 after 11, approximately. And one of the reasons for today's live stream is I announced last week that for all those of my subscribers that went over to Charlie Digging It Back's video, were titled Hurricane Sally leaves silver on the beach. For everybody that went over there and left a detailed comment that I know you watched it, listing one of the coins or one of the amazing finds or something him and Dave did, that you'd be automatically entered into a giveaway. So guys, I have logged everybody in. There are 2 pages. There's 24 there and another 18 or whatever here. I got a total of 42 people, 42 of my subscribers and Charlie's subscribers that left a very detailed comment. So I've written you all down and assigned you a number. And I said I would give out a nice hunk of silver. Well, here it is, guys. It is a silver round. I'm not going to say it's 999 silver because I believe it is, but I can't find it anywhere on there that it says 999. But I know it's a silver round, and it is a copy of what they call the Fugio coin with the 13 chain links around it, signifying the unity of the 13 colonies. We are one. This was I think this was the first coin the United States minted, and they made a silver round of it. Yeah, it's called the Fugio. So it's an ounce round, silver round, and I said that's what we'd be giving away. I know. Pat, I could use a sugar daddy. thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. No, Nick, I would imagine 99.999% of us are never going to find anything like that. And we sure as hell aren't going to find anything like that in Tampa Bay, Florida. You know, maybe the Hoover Boys or Quarter Hoarder or, you know, Dig and Duo or somebody up there in the colonial states, Green Mountain Metal Detecting. He's found some nice state coins. But anyway, guys, this is the big silver I mentioned. And if you don't want this, if the winner doesn't want this, I also have a 90% half dollar. They can have whatever they choose. But guys, 42 people went over and left a really nice comment on Charlie's channel. So I said that we would pick the winner live here. So let me see if I can get the let me see if I can figure out the password. D, what's your new card? All right, guys, I am not going to get onto there. Hey, D, can I ask you to put your show on pause, please? And pull up random.org on your phone. Your COL. Oh, sorry, honey. She's got cat on lap disease, but she's going to have to move the. Yeah, that chain scent there. That, like I say, it mimics the old chain scent. That's Nick. That would be an impossible. Well, thank you, Brenda. Oh, Stealth Diggers found one of those. I think that would just be incredible. Huh? Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. Do it on your phone. Okay. Can I show them your Pew Pew shirt?
Yes.
There's Denise's shirt, guys. Pew pew, motherfuckers.
That's for you.
That's for me. Cat Fuzz. All right, guys. As soon as she logs on, we'll.
That's the right website.
That is it. Do it to number. Do it to number 42.
42.
What was that?
Here, you can do it, and you show them.
Okay, guys.
Show them the phone, and then push the button.
See, it doesn't. There we go. Okay, we've got 1 through. I know it's hard to see. We got 1 through 42. Oh no, not 425.
What do you get?
I corrected it. Okay, we got a true number random generator on the phone from random.org. We've got in 1 through 42 put down here and generate a number. Number 37. Look at that. He's in the room too. Number 37. Number 37 is Reed's Art of Adventure. Reed's Art of Adventure wins the silver round. Congratulations, Reed. He's in the room right now. Boom. Thank you, hon. Good job, Reed. I will send you. Look at that. Cool emojis from Reed. Reed, email me at that email address I just typed in. I know, isn't that so cool, Nick, that the winner was on the live stream? That is way cool, guys. That's the way you like it to happen. Let me highlight Reed here. Reed, would you like the silver round or a 90% Kennedy half dollar? Stan, it's actually a British Spitfire. I didn't win. I'm never watching again. Yeah, yeah, Jim. I'll sell my truck to buy one of those. Okay. Will do. Thanks a lot. The silver round. You got it.
Did you print the football picture?
Yeah, the football picture on the coffee table. Look at that. Look at that one. I got me another cup of coffee, guys. Oh my God, that is good. Okay, Reed gets the silver round. And everybody, I want to publicly apologize to Jim Steele because I took way too long to get his coin out. My apologies, Jim. What? I thought you were going to call me a loser. I know. So we'll get this out. As a matter of fact, I even bought some padded envelopes to send my coins out in, so from my eBay package supplier. So that is awesome, guys. Thank you, Reed. Wig TV's here. Boom! Mr. Chad himself is here from Wig TV. Well, Brendan, we'll see what we can do about that. I will put a silver Benji in my next giveaway coming up is my 1,200 subscriber giveaway. We're going to be doing things a little different for that. Some people are going to like it, and some people are not going to like it. You folks here aren't going to have a problem with it because the vast majority of the people here watch almost all my videos anyway. But I got this idea from a fellow YouTuber and metal detectorist who, if he wants to jump in and say who it is, he can. But we're going to do a video. We're going to take our last 15 or 20 detecting videos, just the content videos, and we're going to do those on a random.org. If I do 15, it'll be 1 through 15. If it's 20, it'll be 1 through 20. And we're going to put that number in a random.org. And then whatever video that pops up at the random.org, say it's number 13, I'm going to go back 13 of my videos of my metal detecting content videos. And then I'm going to log everybody in that left a comment on that video. And then we will pick a winner from all the people that left a comment on that video. So what that does, it actually benefits you folks that watch my videos on a more regular basis as opposed to, because I've got 1,157 or 58 subscribers, but I only get 150, 200 views on a video, which means only 10 to 15% of the people are actually watching videos all the time. But it's amazing when you run a giveaway, how those other 600 to 700 people show up for the giveaway, but have never left a comment on any content videos. So now what we're going to do is skew the videos to the people that regularly leave comments. So it's going to benefit you folks here that are in our live streams, in our premieres, and leaving comments every week. Like several of you today said, "Hey, I just finished watching your night beach video from last night," and those are the people that I want winning. Just like Reed won this silver coin. Those are the Richard, not from me. Thank you, traveling detector. Yes, she is. Stan, I feel the world-class nap attack coming on. No, guys, we got to pick our football picks after we're done and get ready for football. Do they really, Nick? Wow, I learned so much from you guys in these videos. I wouldn't know how to do that. My editing software, Nick, is not that complicated. Oh, Wig TV's at a restaurant with his kids. Okay, I thought he said he went to one. Traveling Detector, almost at 200 subscribers. Folks, let's push him over 200. If you're not subscribed to Traveling Detector, let's get him over 200 subscribers so he can do more awesomeness. Good morning, Indiana Tones. Lou is here. Welcome, Lou. How we doing, Lou? We're just having some Sunday morning chat and coffee. We've been talking about coils. We've been talking about G.I. Joes for some reason. And we've been talking about Florida Hunt 7 that's coming up, which is our big state hunt that is in February 19th, 20th, and 21st of February. And Stan, Coin You Dig It, was asking when they're going to be opening up the PayPal. We will see Greg. Pat and I will see Greg on Wednesday night during Pat's Zoom meeting. And that everybody here is invited to. And I think Greg will pop in and tell us when he's opening up the PayPal account. He wasn't sure how to do that, guys, but based on me getting the separate, I now have 2 PayPal accounts, and I opened one up when I did the charity event where I shaved my head, guys, and he does very professional videos. He's just starting out with his channel, guys. He's a lot bigger on Facebook, but Amphibious Archaeology is starting. So, guys, if you aren't familiar with Richard in Amphibious Archaeology, he does a lot of research for historical events and historical properties down here in the Florida area. More northern Florida area. So, guys, please go over and check out Amphibious Archaeology. And I'm sure everybody knows who Indiana Tones is. He is one of the Avengers posse up there in New York City. So, Lou is an absolutely phenomenal guy who does a lot of very constructive things. Yep, that's what it says, Nick. I have 1.57. What did I say earlier? So I have 1,000. Did I make a mistake on that? We shall log on to my page and we shall see. Man, sometimes our internet here is so slow. Yeah, guys, Lou does some great stuff up there in New York City. I'm hoping that everybody's here. Most everybody seems to know everybody. Coin You Dig It. Thank you, Stan. Well, let's get Reed over 100 people. Reed's Art of Adventure. Let's get him over 100. Oh, I buffered when I hit that other page? Sorry, guys. Yes, I have 1.57 subscribers, 1,577 or something like that. I am, Brenda. My next giveaway is the 1,200 subscriber giveaway. I'm still 300 subs behind on my giveaways. Adventures in Dirt. Welcome, Adventures in Dirt. Mr. Ken's here, everybody. DK from the Weekly Dirt. Wow, what an honor. Thanks, Ken. And Mr. Charlie's back. I was hoping the signal was off on his side. Ken has been a big help to me, guys, in the growth of my channel. He has featured every single one of my 100 subscriber giveaways, like my 800, my 900, my 1,000, my big one that I did where I gave away all the metal detecting accessories. And then that was my 900, and then my 1,000 when I gave away the mini gold bar. And then he also featured my 1,100. And when we schedule the 1,200, probably later at the end of this month, I'm hoping Mr. Ken will again announce that in his Weekly Dirt show if I give him enough notice. And he has driven a lot of subscribers to my channel, so thank you very much. And he also did some genealogy research on my greatest find I've ever found, my solid gold Master Mason's medallion. Mr. Ken traced the person back. There will actually be a video of that coming out. We all love the weekly dirt. Yeah, I'm four giveaways away behind 1,500 traveling detector, which just means you have 3 more big giveaways to look forward to me. For this 1,200 or 1,100, whatever, I think it's 1,200. I'm going to be giving away 6 pieces of silver at the end of this month. Frankie, thanks for stopping in, buddy. And we'll all be thinking about you Wednesday. All righty. We want everything to go nice and smoothly for you, buddy. So thanks for coming in, Frankie. Appreciate it. Bill, I just noticed your little thumbnail, Bill. That's a great picture of you, Bill, in your thumbnail. JB, good morning, sir. Good morning. Got to get back to editing today's episode. Running behind. I'll listen in the background. Keep up the good work, Rob. Thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate you coming in. For all you folks, I know everybody here has got to know Ken with Adventures in Dirt and his buddy that does 5280 Adventures. Please make sure you check them out. Petey, hope we see you at Zoom, and I hope everything's gone well by the time you get on to Zoom. Thank you, Richard. You know what, guys? I just got this case open on this coin we just gave away, and I'm going to see if it's marked on the rim. I don't see anything, guys, but I will look at it with the loop. But boy, that's a good looking. I know some channels don't believe in growing by giveaways. Yes, you will get your certain people that just hang out for giveaways. I've tried to stop that by saying if you subscribe for a giveaway and then you unsubscribe, you're not eligible again. I have blocked a few people that I've tried doing that. But see you in the funny papers, folks. There you go, Stan. But for the most part, my giveaways, my every 100 subs I go up, have greatly grown my channel and enabled new people to find my channel that maybe didn't. So it's worked for me. So that's why I use it. I know some channels don't. Some channels just wait till they get to big milestones like 500 or 1,000 and they give away a pretty big item like a pinpointer, or even, I know Messy Hole just ran one, guys, where they're giving away 2 metal detectors over at Messy Hole. What phenomenal prizes they are. Well, that's true too, Pat. It's more of appreciation. It is also a way to thank your subscribers and show them your appreciation. And especially now that I've broken 1,000 subs, guys, and 4,000 hours of view time, to where there's now ads on my channel. You know, you folks now have to sometimes wait through a 5-second ad. Sometimes you have to wait through a 15-second ad. So I appreciate that, guys, that it takes you a little longer to watch a video now. So yeah, I think a giveaway is a great way to show people your appreciation. See, I'm not familiar with those, Nick. You're really up on your detectors, Nick. There you go, Amphibia. There you go, Richard. Once we get over 500, we'll start giving away some really good stuff. That's phenomenal. And also with Ken, guys, that was just here, Mr. DK from Adventures in Dirt. He just recently featured Troy and Dalton in a video, probably maybe a month, 6 weeks ago, when Troy found that beautiful flowing hair silver. I don't want to ask Dee to get up and get it. She's already got up 3 times for me. And at the same hunt, the same day, Dalton found a Barber $50, his first one ever. So Ken was nice enough to feature both that beautiful silver flowing hair brooch from the 19 teens and Dalton's. Dr. Pepper Dude is here. Mr. TJ is in the room. It's worth it to see Super Rob. Thanks, guys. That's really nice of you, Reed. Guys, for you guys that don't know Dr. Pepper Dude, he is Mr. TJ. He is one of our newest digging associates. and has been on the new property that Dalton and I got. That Pat just drove all the way over from Vero to hunt with us. And then Troy came up from St. Pete to hunt with it. And on one day we had TJ, me, Pat, and Dalton. And then the next day when TJ had to work, it was Dalton, Troy, me, and Pat. And then I got the 1901 house across the street. The lady was nice enough to let us do that. And we got some more great finds out of that. Little tiny front yard, guys, the size of a postage stamp. And we got seven good coin finds. Brenda, t-shirts are in the work. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but t-shirts are in the work. Good morning, Clark's Cove, and all you covers out there. It is Clark Cove's Robert and Melissa. Richard, that is a phenomenal idea. Pat ran that idea by me, and I thought it was a phenomenal idea. And the first one he featured in the video was the guy that just left, PD Sandigger, who's Frankie. Now, he does have his own channel. It's a small channel, but PD's had some heart and health issues lately, so he hasn't been able to put out many videos or do much hunting. So Pat took a small section of one of his videos, and he was the first one to become part of the Park Rat Pack. So I think is a great idea, Richard. You're exactly right. I hate to say this because I don't want to make his head any bigger than it is, but Pat has some very good and some very interesting ideas for his channel. Me and him talk quite a bit by phone. I don't, how should I say this politely? I don't agree with every one of Pat's ideas, and I don't agree with every one of Pat's ideas for my channel. But when you're throwing out that many good ideas, some of them are going to stick, and Pat has some really good ideas for his channel. He's had some good ideas for mine. Yep, it just goes along with Pat's personality of always. And for you guys that have never met Pat, when you see him in his videos, he's exactly the same way as in person, maybe even more enthusiastic in person. But yep, we have the Covers in the room. They call their fans the Covers, and I think that's a great name. So their channel is Clark Cove Detecting, so everybody here can go check them out. He won't be able to get his head through the door. The best idea is after he comes to start drinking. Yeah, there's a period after he starts drinking, but before he drinks a lot, that the ideas are like right there in the middle, and those are the ones we talk about quite a bit. Y Golds is here. Boom! Topless Tuesday is not good for your channel, though, Rob. Don't let Pat tell you. No, we'll stick to Taco Tuesday, not Topless Tuesday. Yeah, you guys wouldn't want to see that. That would be bad. Oh, my God, Knox, that was so funny. Oh. Did Mr. Dalton? What's wrong with Topless Tuesday? Jim, for certain people, that would be a great idea, but not for me. Yeah, just don't let him do his ideas on LSD. That's probably right, Reed. Reed's in our Wednesday evening meetings too, folks. So is Clark's Cove. And Y Gold comes in. We would love to see Brenda in there, digging it back. Charlie's in there. Maybe Brenda can come in on a Wednesday night. That's all right, Richard. I caught that and just let it go because I knew you realized it. The topless look would go good with the mohawk, buddy. Damn, she makes. What, you don't like white whales? Oh, it would be white too. I'm telling you. I actually saw a girl at the beach a few weeks ago in Clearwater Beach. That was so white. I mean, she was scary Snow White that I was like, you know, I don't ever say a girl doesn't look good in a bikini, but man, that just didn't look right in a bikini being that white. And it's like she got off the plane from Alaska and then put a bathing suit on and went to Florida. How white was she? She was pretty dang white. She was snowflake white. Just make sure you have pasties. That's right. My Gold says, on Wednesday and Sunday nights, I participate on a radio show and I would like to visit other shows and channels. It's just a time conflicting deal breaker. Weigel, that's a good point you bring. Yeah, that's a good point you break up there. Another way that I do, guys, that I actually found that gets subscribers for me really good is I log on to other people's live streams that aren't necessarily metal detecting, but are related. Like I do the occasional coin roll hunting video, guys. I had a whole series of videos ready for a weekly thing. I was buying 2 to 4 boxes of half dollars every week. I'd put aside $2,000 just to roll my half dollars, and my goal was to get 100 silvers, half dollar silvers this year. And then I was way ahead of pace to do that. And then in March or April they shut down the coins. So I had all these videos stacked up. I've still got them in my computer to do one coin roll hunting video every week. So guys, I log on to a lot of coin roll hunting videos. Ravendale coins, half dollar make you holler, Rob finds treasure. I think it's Myra's coins. I go to a lot of coin channels, guys, and I watch some of their coin auctions or some of their explanations or live streams. And guys, since I'm there on a fairly regular basis, they remember my name and they were like, "Hey, it's Rob from FL Thunder. Guys, he's got a metal detecting channel. He does some coin roll hunting. He does occasional magnet fishing. Go over and check your channel out." And there's a lot of times before I leave those live streams, I'm up 1 or 2 subscribers. That's a great way. That's a great way we can you can increase your. Bill, it would burn my eyes too, buddy. So yeah, I won't be doing it. Oh, Richard. Yes, I can see Pat on with the pasties and the little tassels on it. Absolutely. Pat would definitely do that. Go, Pat, go. Yeah, we could get him spinning. A good burlesque dancer could do that. Maybe we'll see if we can hire what's her name from oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting all these names here. The American Pickers. We can hire Danielle from American Pickers. She's a burlesque dancer. See, people are just coming out with great ideas for you, Pat. Knox is trying to keep it in so he doesn't puke. Do not want to see that. He's oh, he lost and he puked. Oh, you guys are hilarious. See, Pat, people, your fans, your adoring fans want to see more of you. That's right. You just got to get drunk enough. That's right. Yeah, Bill, she is. She's been doing that for quite a while, even before she was associated with American Pickers. That would be awesome, Jim, but I doubt that that's going to happen. Miss Gypsy's a very pretty lady, but I think she's fairly conservative. There you do. Do a speedo detecting challenge. Absolutely. I won't be involved in that, Pat, but that'd be a good idea. We could go for the shock effect. See, Fat Tuesday would work. We're all in it here for Fat Tuesday. We could just pretend it's during Lent and Mardi Gras. Dr. Pepper Dude says let me know if you go out to the field, TJ, and then obviously let me know if you find anything. Gypsy's a really nice lady, guys. I got to meet her last summer. I hunted Clearwater Beach with her for about a half hour in between the rainstorms, and her and her camera person are just super, super, super nice people. Come to find out that that her friend went to her parents teach at a high school, that the high school grounds where I found my first silver dime. So they were both very familiar with this area. So that was kind of cool knowing it's a small world. I watch people like that with floats. You guys are just freaking hilarious. Yeah, thanks, TJ. Yeah, a lot of guys in my club, guys that work Monday through Friday, they know that I do these old permissions, and I've taken Troy out and turned him into a fanatic for doing old permissions, and Troy just absolutely loves it, and he's killing it. But they all say, "Hey, can you go? Sunday's my one day off. Can we go out somewhere hunting?" And I'm like, Sunday mornings, Sunday's my day with Denise to watch football and kick back and relax and maybe do a few errands if we have them. But there you go, Brenda. That would be great. Oh my God, we do not want to see Pat twerking. Nobody bring that up. So that would just be. It would be video worthy. That's for sure. That's it. We can bring the stage up underneath from the ground, Richard. You're exactly right. If I wore a Speedo and break the camera, you and me both, Jim. So, oh, I don't even know how we got going on this. I just happened to mention Danielle from from American Pickers, and off we went. But I'm not sure if TJ is going to be able to get up to Florida Hunt 7. Um, Stan, if he does, if he's interested in going, and you still have a seat available, maybe you two guys could carpool up. I'll check with him as soon as we get off the stream to see if he's coming up to Florida Hunt 7. Um, he's only got every other weekend available. Oh, I don't think we made your mind twisted, Richard. I think it was already there. Well, thanks, Jim. Hey, let's have fun here, guys. Life is way too short not to have fun. Life is way too short not to smile. Okay. I've told a lot of people that if something you're doing is not fun anymore, then don't be doing it. If you're in a situation with people that you hang around with that aren't fun anymore or that stress you out, then don't be doing it, guys. Life's short. You only get one shot at this little thing called life on our little blue marble here. So I mean, I don't say be a laughing idiot 24/7, but guys, there is nothing that I like better than a good belly laugh. And it just seems the older you get, and the older people you run into, they just never seem to smile anymore. They never seem to laugh. Of course, as I get older and I have more aches and pains like every other person does, you see why people don't laugh. I didn't understand that when I was like 21 and invincible. That's right. If you can't laugh, what is the point? And that is the great thing about me. Denise and I laugh all the time together, and we watch so many movies together that when we hear a line that's from a movie that somebody uses not related to the movie, it just cracks us up. Absolutely, Bill. I had a hat that said Twisted on it. Absolutely. I am an angel. Sure you are. Weigold says he just got a permission to hunt in 1905. It's over 2,000 miles away. Yeah, I don't think we'll be commuting back and forth to that. Oh. Well, Reed, as long as you got back alive. But man, buddy, make sure you stay hydrated. Wow. No, Nick, you're right about that. I was actually happy, guys. I was telling Denise even before I left to go to the beach last night um, that my right knee was still pretty much hurting because I did a little bit of work on this on our uh, on our bathroom rehab there. That you see a big hole in the wall. We're putting in a new bathroom. It's the last room in the house. It's never been renovated. So we ripped the tub out. We're putting in a nice big walk-in shower with no threshold, and we made the bathroom 2 feet bigger. So it's going to look really nice when it's done. You guys will see that. But my aunt gave me permission in Jacksonville. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you just send me the address and we'll go check it out for you and let you know if it was any good and worth you coming up to it. I'll grab Charlie from Digging It Back and we'll head up there since it's right near him. Dime Detective in the room. Welcome. Welcome, Dime Detective. That is a cool name. But yeah, I was talking about how my knee hurt, so I actually laid down for about an hour before I went to Clearwater Beach last night, guys, with 2 ice packs on my one knee. And I really didn't know how it would hold up last night, but it did very well last night, guys. I've come home from the beach with my knee hurting a lot more than I did last night, so it wasn't bad. But I did limit it to a 3-hour hunt on the beach last night because like I say, I was in a constant drizzle. So so and I did get one really good find, guys. I'm not going to show it to you today, but I got really one good, and it was a surface find too, and it is not a coin. So it is actually something practical that I can use, and it's like brand new. So, well, thank you, Pat. There you go, Mark. That's a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't know anybody that lives anywhere near the West Coast. Actually, I do. A guy from our club moved out with his family to California, and I know he joined a metal detecting club. I think he's out near San Diego, but I don't know if he's had any. Good morning, CZ Kid. I don't know if he's had any gotten any permissions out there. At our age, ice packs are our friend. You got that right, Tim. Yeah, ice packs are our big friend. Denise and I have like a love seat with a little yeah, the Zeus box that he sits in. It's the armrest box that Zeus sits in the middle. It's like the thing you put all your remotes and everything in. Then it's got 2 cup holders. And Denise and I sit on one side, and that's what we use right in front of our big screen. And guys, it leans back. I can lay there nice and comfy and just put the ice packs right on top of my knee. Wow, guys, this is great. Tim's come in and Dime Detectives come in, who seems to know quite a few people. This is great, guys. Well, nice, Weigel. You went out on Friday night and it was sanded in, and you still got a ring. That's nice. Nice. I got a ring the last time I was on Clearwater Beach, not last night, but the week before when I did it. I got a small ring, and I was in about 4.5, 5 feet of water. There were 2 young guys out in the water, guys. I was in water up to here. I'm not that tall, guys. I'm barely 5'8", and I was like in water up to here, which is like 4.5 meters above the waves. And they were like, "Do you really find anything with that thing?" And like 10 seconds later, I got a hit, and I got like really lucky on the first scoop. Pulled the ring up, and I showed the scoop, and turned the scoop to them. And there you go, guys. And they go, "Holy crap, it's a ring!" And I said, "Yep." And guys, I usually do really well right after somebody says, "Do you ever find anything with that thing?" And boom, that usually gives me good luck to find something. Nick, thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate you being here for the whole chat. For those of you that just come in, like Tin Cup Tim and a few other people, we did our giveaway today for the folks that went over to Charlie Digging It Back's channel and watched his incredible finds on the beach that got 4 to 5 feet of sand sucked out by Hurricane Sally, and he found all those silver coins. I did a little giveaway saying if any of my subscribers went over and left a detailed comment on his channel, let me know that you actually watched the video, that we would give away a nice big hunk of silver. And guys, it is a silver round shaped like the old Fujio chain cent, which was the first coin that America ever minted. And I've been saving this coin for a special occasion. And boom, I can't think of a better time to give it away to the winner that went over to Charlie's channel. And it was Reed's Art of Adventure that won this. One of my regular viewers, so I'm really happy. Thank you, Reed. Yeah, Tin Cup Tim knows everybody here. Well, Dime Detective, if you want to watch somebody's channel that stays encouraged all the time, you need to watch Park Rat Patty's in the chat right here. Park Rat Metal Detecting. He can go out and find nothing but trash and 3 zinc pennies, and it'll still be the most uplifting video you've watched for metal detecting for the day. So I agree. Sometimes I do get discouraged, guys, and I have a video coming up where I have a tough day. By 3 or 4 o'clock, I have not found anything. I have not found a Wheatie. I have not found a silver. Probably haven't gotten a good relic. And I see a Florida box turtle coming through the weeds there next to where I'm hunting, and I filmed the turtle and said, that's been the most exciting and fun part of my day. So I can't stay. It's just not my personality, guys. We're all different. Pat's personality, he stays up all the time. Great for Pat. That's why everybody loves watching Pat's videos. That's why I could have a video with 4 silvers in it. Pat could have 2 Wheaties, and he still gets more views than me because people like the upbeat. People just like other positive people. It's just that simple. You don't want to watch somebody that sounds like Debbie Downer from Saturday Night Live all the time. You're just not going to subscribe or stay subscribed to somebody like that. So, Devil Dog Adventures, welcome. So, Dime Detective, you stay upbeat, you stay encouraged out there. Finds will come. I tell people it took me 11 months and 1 week of metal detecting before I found a silver coin. So I was out there probably 4 or 5 times a week when I got my first detector, and I was hunting all over the place. Of course, I didn't know crap about metal detecting, but I finally stumbled across my first silver coin on a common grounds, a school, old high school common grounds near the basketball court, and that's all it took. And then, you know, I got lucky. My 5th day metal detecting, I found my first silver ring, which is still the biggest ring I've ever found. So, yeah, stay encouraged. That's a great idea, Dime Detective. There you go, Bill. I like that. The only time I get discouraged is when I can't go detecting. I hadn't detected in like 8 or 9 days, guys, a little while ago, and I'm telling you something. You just get jonesing to get back out there. I mean, you meet people on the beach, or detecting. Oh, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to try that. Is that fun? You find a lot, and then you just sit there and you talk about the hobby. You build it up. You tell them about if they want to get into the hobby and get a good detector, but not one that spends a lot of money. I hear everybody talking good things about the Simplex. It's under $300, multi-frequency, waterproof. You can't go wrong. It's a quality detector. It's going to find things, and yet you're not breaking the bank at under $300, or right around 300 or 325 if you get the wireless headphones. And 99% of those people will never go do it, guys, because they maybe wanted to try it, but it's not something that they are so passionate about that they do it. I was passionate about it. I got my first detector when I bought the house across the street from Denise's, bought it from the little lady that wanted to move. I happened to buy it right before the market crashed in 07, and then the stock or the real estate market crashed in 08. And here I am sitting on this house that I've now paid way too much money for. But it took me so long to rehab it, guys, because I was short of money doing it on a budget, that by the time I sold it several years later, the market had come back up. I made my profit on the house. It looked absolutely beautiful. It was the most beautiful house in the neighborhood behind Denise's. And I had several different realtors competing to list it. I wound up listing it on my own on Zillow. So I paid nobody a commission. Johnny bought it. He's my neighbor now. He's a great guy. He's taking me out on his boat to an island to go metal detecting, which you'll see in an upcoming video. Something I've always wanted to do. And I told myself I would take some profit from that house and buy my first metal detector, and that's exactly what I did. You have to be committed to do it and do it. A lot of you know that I used to play golf. I was a very avid golfer. I golfed as much as I could when I could. I was on my high school team for my sophomore, junior, and senior years. I was good. I wasn't great. I was good. Really, really enjoy golf. It's something very relaxing. I love doing it, love playing. But guys, since I've been metal detecting, my poor golf clubs are sitting in the corner of the garage, and I haven't touched them. So you have to be passionate about it. A lot of the people you run into, it's just a curiosity for them. There you go, Knox. When I'm having a bad day, I just remember that Ben and Jerry's has ice cream. Sorry, I went off on a little rant there, guys. But that's right. Dig it all and master your detector of choice. There you go. We're not here to knock anybody's choice of detector. Like I say, Susie Q uses the simplex. Stan, Coin You Dig It, has a simplex. He just found his first silver coin with it. Congratulations, Stan. So yeah, we're not here to Pat, zinc with a smile. That's exactly right, Reed. So he is the R-rated Captain Kangaroo of YouTube. Wow, that's a great way of putting that, Richard. That's a great way. Jim, gotta go. Detector's calling my name. Hey, detecting takes precedence over a live stream anytime. Well, thank you, Devil Dog. That's very nice of you. Pat just got himself another subscriber. Amphibia Archaeology, go find a gold bar. Absolutely. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'll tell you guys, that's definitely on my gold bar. But I'll tell you something, guys. I've hunted one property, and I had a great hunt, guys. I found a 1910 brass copper police whistle. I found a men's gold wedding ring, and I found my only half dime. It was a 1907 Canadian half dime, what they call the fish scale. Found all three of those things on one property. And between Dalton, Troy, and I, we also found probably 20 Wheaties. So any property that you can find silver and old gold on and a 100-year-old relic is a great property. And yet the homeowner said she had buried a mayonnaise jar full of coins in it back in the 40s and 50s. So you know all of them are going to be silver. And man, I really wanted to find that. I really wanted to get that hit on that. So finding a jar with acacia coins in it would just be phenomenal. I completely agree with Tin Cup Tim. That's right. I completely agree with Wygold. Oh, CZ Kid, I can't tell you how many guys, and I have to bite my tongue since I'm a pretty verbal guy. Yeah, that is stuff the dreams are made of, Kep Valley. Welcome, Kep Valley. Fishies are awesome. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. I'm glad you spent so much time with us. But I can't tell you how many guys in my club, just like somebody said with a grandfather clock, are swinging like this. Guys, the only time your machine's picking up a good signal is when you're like this. And that's why the proper phrase is you don't swing a metal detector, you sweep a metal detector. It's not like a baseball swing or a golf swing, it's sweeping. So I had that t-shirt that says eat, sleep, detect. Some of them say eat, sleep, swing. It's not swing, it's eat, swing, sweep. Okay? Knox, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I had no idea what I would find with that machine. And my 705, back then it was $800. It was only $100 less than what the Knox is. They've now dropped several $100s since the Knox has come out. But I did my research and reviews. The 705 was listed as a pretty good machine. A lot of people on MD Melbourne had used one before he got his Knox. Several other people had used 705s. I met a few people on YouTube that I met through that way that had that machine. I learned to master it. It's a pretty good machine. Well, it's a great machine. I found my first silver coins with it. Found my first silver ring with it. I found one gold ring with it. That was the only gold ring I had for 2.5 years. So get to know your machine. Whatever machine you use, know it. There's 8 bazillion YouTube videos out there on people how to teach you to watch machines. Pick the ones that you think the people know what they're talking about. That's right. That's exactly right, Wygold. If I see somebody on the beach hunting like that, I know I don't have to worry about that person. And they walk super fast too. It's like they just, and I'm like, I'm like, the only time you're ever going to hit anything is if you just happen to go across that one. And then I see other guys hunt with their coils this far off the ground. Guys, I try and keep my coil like a ½ inch off the ground. Yep, there you go. See, Tim's just saying that. Your coil should be an inch off the ground when you're swinging, not give me. That's right. If not, give me a call and I will follow you around. That's right. Miss Cynthia's in the room. Hi, Cynthia. Denise even yelled from the other room, Cynthia Swearingen. See, Denise even's getting to know my subscribers. Oh, well, thanks, Chad. Chad's still here, too. But yep, I completely agree with Tim. I agree, Reed. Besides the simplex in the beginning being a little chattery if you put it next to a Garrett pinpointer, and Susie showed me that. She took out her pinpointer and she tried pinpointing with her machine about a foot or two away, and it just chattered like hell. But they came out with a downloadable update for that, and boy, did that make the people with the simplex so much happier that their machine was getting a lot less interference with the pinpointer and a lot less interference with a Knox or another machine nearby. But Cynthia swears by her, or excuse me, Cynthia, Susie Q swears by her machine. Like I say, my buddy here, Stan, Coin You Dig It, he really likes his machine. It was a big upgrade from the machine he had, but yet he didn't go super in debt to get it. And I've had several people approach me on the beach saying that their 11-year-old or 12-year-old would like to get into it. And I tell them, spend $250 on a phenomenal machine, not $100 on a cheapo machine, because the kids aren't going to find anything and they're going to give up. So, but I know that Merrill did he's got that website now, iRate Detectors, and Merrill tries to buy a new machine every month, and he tries to put 50 hours on it to where he gets to know the machine that he feels he can competently talk about it. And guys, he bought a simplex and he's used it quite a bit, and he gives it a 60 to 70% rating of the Knox for what, 1/3 of the price, less than 1/3 of the price. So yeah, guys, I don't hear people. How can you go wrong with a machine of that quality for that low of a price? All right, I'm trying to catch up to the chat room here, guys. Ray Gonzalez, welcome. Sorry I missed you, Ray. Welcome. That's right, Dime Detective. Absolutely. I paint the ground with my detector. That's why coil covers are replaceable. Absolutely. What are they, 10, 12 bucks for a coil? I mean, I've never worn one out. I mean, mine's pretty scratched up, but I've seen people that have worn holes in their coil, and those are the people with their machines right up next to the ground. So, yeah, if you're swinging as opposed to sweeping, you're missing things. And I completely agree with the people here that said they would love to hunt behind those people. And of course, we all sweep what we think's pretty good. Me, Troy, Simon from the Weedy Boys, we all swing like that. And then still Dalton comes behind us and gets stuff that the man knows his machine. Okay, he just flat out knows his machine. He's had his Knox about 8 months longer than mine, and he just really knows his machine. So it doesn't matter what machine you use, guys. It matters that you master your machine. I couldn't agree with all you folks more. Chad said he just got back. Tin Cup Tim says that's 50 years of experience. Well, there you go. Cynthia says the simplex rules. See, there's another person who likes the machine. Mr. Martin Randolph Relic Recovery is in the room. He called me the other day and we were talking about his Knox. He seemed to have a little bit of problems with it. His Nox seems fine after the 3.0 software upgrade. He just tested it in the rain and found a couple of deep clad dimes. Dalton made a deal with the devil. Yeah, I think Dalton has made a deal with the devil, and people keep suggesting that I take his coil cover off when he's not looking and put some tinfoil in there to throw him off. And Dalton is supernatural. And let me tell you something, guys. We joke about it a lot, but the days that I come home with more silver or more Wheaties with Dalton, that's a damn good day for me, guys. We have fun detecting, but Dalton is a very serious detector. He has fun doing it, but when he's detecting, he wants to find stuff. Okay, I mean, we all want to find stuff. Pat wants to find stuff, but Pat can have a super fun day without finding anything super fantastic. Dalton likes to find stuff, okay, and he works very hard to find stuff. Supernatural, yeah, I'd probably say he's probably supernatural too, Cynthia. Again, you're right, Weigold. I completely agree. See, there you go, Bill. That guy probably had that old bounty hunter for years and years, and he had that thing dialed in, and he knew his ear was just tweaked to listening to those sounds. Weigold hasn't used the 4 kilohertz yet. The newest upgrade for the Mind Lab for the Equinox is the 4 kilohertz too. Dalton's tried it a few times. It gives a slightly higher number. So, like, say if a Wheatie was 22, 23 on the Nox, that 4 kilohertz will bring it in at like a 24, 25. It'll make it a little higher. Absolutely, Kept Valley. Yeah, who knows what's in the ground next to that coin or relic or whatever. Yeah, an air test. All that's telling you is how deep an item or how far distant from the item you're checking to your machine, how much it can do it in the air. But we don't find things in the air, guys. We find things in varying mineral conditions of soil. I know that Merrill recently did a test where he buried coins in his backyard. Uh, that's a much more accurate test. And I've seen other guys do where they drop them in holes. I started doing one in the sand where I took like 8 coins with me. And we have a little park down the street here. It's literally 3 minutes away. That underneath the swing set, they brought in beach sand. So there's beautiful white Clearwater Beach-like beach sand that's very easy to go through. And I took a bunch of coins and a couple relics, and I got started ready to bury them. And just then a whole carload of kids showed up, and I had to quickly dig everything up before they took over the playground area. So I never was able to do my test video. I agree. No substitute for time and use of machine. Absolutely. Dalton did sell his soul to the devil. Having copper pennies, high 20s, low 30s. Kept Valley, I'm not sure what machine you're talking about, but I have had some Wheaties hit on 29 a quarter signal. Let's see, there you go. Martin's used a bounty hunter and an Ace 350. I think TJ had an Ace 250 before he upgraded to the Simplex, and that's another guy that has the Simplex. And he just bought the smaller coil for the Simplex, and TJ just loves his Simplex. He was out on that field with Dalton, Pat, and I, and he found, he got himself 200-year-old Wheaties there. We've gotten over 20 Wheaties off this mission, guys, and probably 15 of them are over 100 years old, 1920 and earlier. Oh, I'm sure somebody will donate you one there, Weigold, I'm sure. Well, I'll tell you, Reed, Troy and Dalton are sold on the sniping coil for the Nox, that's for sure. Dalton just went out and bought one, and Dalton does not spend money or buy things frivolously for his detector. But once he used Troy's sniper coil, and he pulled out 2 Wheaties that I missed and pulled out 2 silver war nickels, Dalton got sold on that sniper coil. Robert, Melissa, we'll see you Wednesday night at the Zoom. For you folks in here new that just came in the last 15, 20 minutes, Park Rat Pat hosts a Zoom meeting on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. You can go to any one of his videos and the About page or the front section. He has the Zoom number there. From a computer or a laptop here like I use, you literally just type in zoom.us, and when it comes up, click on Zoom, and it'll say, would you like to join a meeting? You just click that box that joins a meeting, you type in the phone number, and boom, guys, you're on the meeting. Nothing to download, nothing to subscribe to. 2 minutes and you're in the meeting. Martin's got to go. He's sitting at the dig spot stealing Wi-Fi. Good for you, Martin. Hope you find something good today. Hang on, I missed the comment above his. Many years ago, I used a cheap Radio Shack detector in tot lots with tone at almost nil, so we hit deeper targets. Got a small gold ring at 5 inches down. That's great. Guys, when I first started, I hit a tot lot in the town south of us here where they hold a kids after school program every day. There's 30 to 40 kids in there. The building for the after school program is right across the street, and the kids all come into the park. So 30, 40 kids a day, every day for years have been hitting that park, and nobody had ever hit it. And I went down there, and in 2 days, I got 167 coins out of there. And in one subsequent trip there, I got a silverware nickel down just below the wood chips in the tot lot. Apparently, somebody got one in change and lost it and didn't even know it was a silverware nickel. See, now CZ Kid liked the 6-inch coil when he had the Knox. It's deep. That's what Dalton and Troy just got. So we're going to see how that goes. I use the 6-inch coil for my 705 whenever I hunt parks, working on getting the 6-inch. Why gold? Is that the sniper coil that's shaped oblong like this, or is it something that's a round coil? I've got the football shaped sniper coil for my 705. Is that what you're talking about? The gold coil, what they call the gold coil? Yes, Dive Detective, I agree with you. A lot of the early Wheaties, the 1909 all the way up through the teens, they come in on a 21 or 22 with the Knox, as opposed to a 40s or 50s Wheatie that will come in at a 23, 24 based on soil conditions, but also your teens Wheaties had a different copper and brass content than your late Wheaties, especially the Wheaties made after World War II when they were using more brass from the shells. Even your Indians, your early Indians had a different metal content than your later Indians. So some might hit it 17, 18, others are going to hit it 18, 19, which is a pain in the ass because your zincs hit at 19, 20. So, if you're on an old permission site and you get an 18 signal, yeah, it could be a 6-inch zinc, which I'm sure we've all done plenty of 6-inch zincs, but it also could be an Indian. So yes, Dying Detective, I completely agree with you. The 6-inch coil is amazing in Trashy Park. See, that's it. I mean, I know Merrill got one for his in that Trashy Park up in New York, and it was worth it for him. There you go, Brenda. Tell Martin to bring you back the ring. Why goes a beach hunter so he doesn't hit the parks until wintertime and the ground is soft. And see, that's pretty much the same as us here now, guys. The beach is slowing down. I did get quite a few coins from the beach last night, but there was periods where I went a half an hour without getting a coin signal on the beach. So I don't want to say the beach dies during the winter here, but it slows down a little bit. But that's the time it starts getting cooler and doing your permissions that don't have any shade trees. Dalton just got us another big church permission 2-3 weeks ago that we haven't hit yet because it's still 92 freaking degrees with 80% humidity down here, and you're there half an hour and you're on your second shirt already. But now that the weather is broken, and Denise and I were able to turn the AC off a few days ago, and it's supposed to be a high of like 78 with the rain today, we can start getting those permissions that have no shade trees and be comfortable out there. Trying to keep up with the my chat log's always a minute behind you guys. Wow, pick up a 4-inch nugget coil for his bounty hunter for $40. That's a deal. It's the round sniper coil. Also have the stock 9-inch or the 15-inch flying saucer. Why did that just go away? Okay, Wygolds, I have the football shaped, the oval shaped sniper coil that they call the gold coil, because when I bought my 705, it was the gold coil kit that came with the extra coil. So when my stock, and then I've got the stock 8-inch round coil, which broke, the ears broke off that, and then I went out and bought the 15-inch, like you said, the 15-inch saucer coil. So I've got the huge ass coil on it now, which is pretty damn heavy. But that I bought that right before Equinox announced they were coming out with the Nox, and I wasn't planning on buying another detector. So the 705 was going to be my all-around detector. So I wanted 3 coils for it. I did a test video with that 15-inch coil. It was one of my most watched videos. That Nell coil was, I got it through Helico when they had their shop open here in Central Florida. They've since closed it, but it was $165. But I don't have either one of the two. Yeah, that's it. The 9x3 football shaped coil. That's for nugget hunting. Yes, they call that the gold coil. And yep, you're right, Pat. Earlier wheats are made with a different metal. JB, people say you do, but I'm hearing from Dalton and Troy that because the coil is so small that other signals around it, other items around the item don't interfere with it, that you get a nice clear signal with that smaller coil. So supposedly the way it goes, if you got a bigger coil and you're putting more signal into the ground, you're going to get deeper. But a lot of people feel with these little sniper coils that because they're concentrating right on that item, right over with nothing else interfering, that they're going just as deep. I'm hearing people having very happy with those little sniper coils, those smaller coils, JB. Absolutely, Brenda. Absolutely. If you get a repeatable beep, dig it. Absolutely. I agree with that. Wow, that's interesting, Kent Valley. Say hi to Liz for me and tell her I'm giving her a 10 o'clock spot back next week. I'm not taking it. We'll be on at 9 next week, guys. Liz comes back next week digging Canuck. Thank you for mentioning her name, Kent Valley. She'll be back from her summer hiatus tomorrow, next Sunday at 10 a.m. And we're going to go live at 9 a.m., guys, and be her lead-in intro. Get everybody fired up for Liz. And luckily, guys, we've had a lot of rain this summer, and it's still raining here in October. When we have a shorter rainy season in the summer, by November, sometimes our ground's so dry it's like cement. It's sometimes hard hunting in the winter here. It's cooler, but the ground's harder. But we've had so much rain here this summer, guys, that the ground's still nice and soft here, and most of the places you hunt it, it's going through pretty easy. Official Gold Detector, welcome to the chat. Another great name. Reed, I have a guy in our club that will not dig a single penny signal. When he used to bring his clad coins into the competition table, he would have hardly any pennies in there. He'd have a few coppers that sounded like a dime, but he refused to dig his zinc penny signals. And guys, I have found so much jewelry on silver penny signals or signals near a silver penny, especially silver jewelry. Sometimes it rings the same in as a zinc. Not that I know of, Dime Detective. I know they make one for the Vanquish. I'm not sure if they've come out with a 6-inch for the Simplex yet. Like I say, I'm very unfamiliar with the Simplex, just from what I've heard about people using it. I've never tried one, and I'm unfamiliar with the coil accessories for it. The wintertime for us picks up for the King Tides. Waggle, that's what I do really good on the beach too. Clearwater Beach a couple months ago had some really killer King Tides, and That's when I had my best gold ring. You guys haven't seen them yet, but that's when I had my best streak of finding rings and gold rings. Was right at the low tide line, the super low tide line out there that you normally couldn't get to. They all congregated at that low point. You guys will be seeing those soon. Yeah, everybody seems to say that that 6-inch coil works really good in trashy parks. I don't do enough trashy parks, guys, to get one. But who knows? Maybe I'll go out with Troy someday and he'll bring it, and I'll try it out just like Dalton did last week, and just get I'll get enamored with it and just feel like I have to get one. But I'm thinking of getting the bigger coil for the Knox because I do the beach so often. I can cover a lot more ground, and it's only 2 inches or 3 inches bigger, so I don't think it's going to be too much heavier than that nice 11-inch coil. I got to admit, guys, the 11-inch coil on the Equinox I think is the perfect size coil for be a stock coil. It is so much bigger than that little 8-inch stock coil on the 705. It's just a perfect size. It's big. It's not too big, but you still cover a lot of ground with it on the beach. It's not super hard to pinpoint, but I will admit pinpointing is my worst part of my detecting. I'm trying to get better at it. I just consider every hunt practicing my pinpointing with my machine. Yep, I agree with that too, Kep Valley. It gets a little drier around trees. Wow, guys, my chat was like 2 minutes behind, and all of a sudden it caught up and went right past everything that I've just been seeing. Okay, let's get caught up here. All right, I locked up there for a second. 10K gold bands hit 2021 on the Knox. Yeah, they can go that high. Um, more of my gold rings have been around 9 and 10, and my titanium rings have been around 17. I got a titanium ring on the beach at 17. Usually, if I get a good solid 17, guys, on the Knox, that means jewelry. 15, 16 will be a bottle cap, sometimes a pull tab, but I dug a lot of 15, 16 on the beach last night that were bottle caps. But if you get a good solid 17, I had one good 17 last night. Uh, it turned out to be a bent up pull tab, but usually a 17 is a good jewelry signal on the Knox. Wow, sniper coil for $50, that would be a deal. Yes, that's what I got. Why gold? They called it the dual pack. That's right. It came with the. That's exactly what I paid for mine. Why gold? I was looking at my first detector, and I was online looking at different online sites, and they had the 705 for 799, and a couple of the websites were throwing in the gold coil called the dual pack for 799 with the second coil. So I went down to our local retailer called Bill Jackson's Outdoor Adventures, and I printed out one of those ads, and I went in there with $1,000 cash in my pocket after I sold my house. And I woke up and I said, "Can I speak to a manager?" And I actually went right to the manager, and I said, "Hi, I'm new. I want to get into metal detecting." I said, "I see this online ad. This is the machine I want. Are you willing to match this online price for $799?" And I said, "Because this comes with a second coil, the gold coil." And the guy looked at me honestly and he said, "You buying it today? And do you have cash in your pocket?" And I said, "Yes and yes." He went and pulled the box down with the 705 in it. He went to the back storeroom. He got a second box that had the gold coil in it. And I could see right there on the box for the gold coil, it said $219. And he already had $799 stamped on the 705. So, guys, he basically gave me $1,020 worth of equipment for $799. He matched it. And then he assembled the paint sticks with coins glued to them. He showed me what each coin rang up. He showed me how to operate the different frequency or the different modes. And guys, I am a big fan of that place right now. But yep, I bought mine about I bought the machine a year, 2 years before they announced the Knox, but I bought my 15-inch coil about 6 months before they announced the Knox, or I wouldn't have spent the money on the big 15-inch coil. I would have waited and put that money towards the Knox. Nice, Kent Valley. Oh, nice and cool out there in Oklahoma City. Nice. Why gold? I don't know if I've ever run over. I've gotten one old coin. I've gotten one coin that was pretty crusty clad. It was all crusty, and it's about the size of a penny. That might be my only steel nickel or steel penny I've ever gotten. But I'll have to. My 705 is hanging right here in the garage. I'll have to fire that up and put a. I got a steel penny here in my personal collection, and see how they do that. That's a good. That's a nice little comparison to do. Why gold? I'll see if that does that. Thank you, Gold Digger. That's very nice of you. Okay, the 6-inch coil, Metal Tech, the CZ Kid says the 6-inch coil can go deep and it separates much cleaner. Boom, there you go. Now, Kep Valley says with the Knox, you can go further with the 6 inches coil by upping the recovery speed. There you go, because I usually run a lower recovery speed. So, okay, if we up that, then we can see how that goes. Well, guys, a lot of good advice here about coils. What's rain? Reed said. I know, Reed. I'm sorry. You guys out there in the West are just dying for some rain. Look forward to those 6-inch coil vids. CZ Kid, you're going to be seeing some coming out with this big lot we're doing that we just hunted with Pat. Like I say, Dalton put Troy's 6-inch coil on and he killed it. And then Troy went back and used his. And then TJ using the simplex, he just bought the smaller coil for his simplex, and he tried that out there too. So you're going to see 3 different people using small coils. There you go, Dime Detective. That's a good point. We did the rain dance and got fired. Bill, I'm so sorry about that. You guys need rain out there so bad. Tin Cup Tim, I would agree with that. Yeah, you're going to find a lot more trash that way, but you're also going to learn what your machine is, the signals in your machine is. So, yes, I agree with that, Tim. CZ Kid said he found his largest ring 11 grams on a penny signal. Wow. Black Hill Gold Company ring. It bought my XP Deus. I can't tell you so many people have found one find that pays for their next machine. A buddy of mine found a guy in my club found a Rolex under a tree in just a few inches with his probably like his Ace 250 or something, and he actually took it into a Rolex dealer, and they ran the serial number, and the person who bought it had never registered the serial number of the Rolex, so there was nobody to return it to, and I think he bought his Excalibur water machine with that. So yeah, there's a lot of people that I've heard have bought their next upgrade machine that they wanted based on one really phenomenal find. I haven't got that one phenomenal find. My gold ring that I found on Clearwater Beach with 3 or 4 little teeny diamonds in it, it's just got small diamonds, and it's not like it's not like something with a half carat or carat diamond. So I'm still waiting for that one big huge ring find. Why go again? I agree with you there. I don't use metal mode either. I leave it off on my Knox. But Dalton just watched somebody's video that they, if they get an iffy signal, they turn on. You could hit the full metal with just one button on the Knox. So if he's got an iffy signal, he maybe gets a little bit of an iron grunt, he'll hit that metal thing, and if it just goes all iron and metal and iron, all iron, he probably won't dig it. And you can use that to discriminate a little bit better. So I have just recently started doing that, but yes, I run with iron bias off too. Oh, good idea, Bill. Speaking of trash, crap, I left it out on the pool patio. I came back from this big field, like I said, this field that had the 4 old houses on it that were on the 1919 map. And guys, I emptied out I take everything at the end of a hunt from my finds pouch and I put it in big sandwich baggies. Like if Denise has got like a pound of hamburger in a big sandwich baggie, she will not reuse it with raw meat. So I wash it out and I use that for my finds. When I finish a hunt, I dump my pouch and I put everything into a big sandwich bag, and I try and remember to label them what hunt that is. And guys, I was emptying out one of my baggies to do my recap, and there was this piece of metal, and I was sorting out the trash to throw in my recycling tubs, and I flipped over this piece of trash, and it was a junior police badge from the 1940s that I had found right around dusk and didn't look at it good, and I just thought it was trash. I threw it in the trash bucket, and it turned out to be a junior police badge from the 40s, and boy, am I glad I looked through my trash one more time. Another item that I put in my trash once in the backyard of a house was a silver salt shaker top, sterling silver salt shaker top. It was a little squished, so I just thought it was a bottle cap and threw that in my pouches with the trash. And when I dumped my pouch out, it caught my eye, and I cleaned it up, and it had a little sterling mark right on the side, and it was a screw-in sterling silver salt shaker cap. And that's the only vintage silver I've ever gotten off like tableware silverware. Traveling detector, again, you make a good point too. Some days you're in a park that's so trashy with all those bottle caps or pull tab signals. You know, guys, it's human nature. If you've dug 10 bottle caps on the exact same signal and you keep getting it, it's human nature just to stop digging that signal. Yeah, dive detective, that's great, but we don't have, poor us, we don't have Civil War sites down here. Yep, check your trash, guys, before you do your final dump. Pat Pat called me, and one of his viewers, Pat put out the first video from our hunt, and he found this real wavy, ripply copper. He didn't know what it was. Well, a viewer told him they thought it was the ribbed front to a washboard, an old clothes washboard that went on a wooden backing. So Pat called me up and he said, "Hey, do you still have our trash from the other day?" I said, "I got one bucket left." And I went out and checked, guys, and I'd already taken that bucket of trash to the recycling center. So we won't know for sure if that rib piece of copper was from a washboard or not. So Pat will just have to go out and find another one. There you go. Turned out to be a 925 pendant. Yep, guys, always double check your finds. Oh, why go? I'm have to check that out. Welcome to the Gold Grill Club. I have found my first pair. Troy just got his first pair, and a guy in our club, Clearwater Mike, that hunts Clearwater Beach at least twice a week every week. He's gotten 4 gold grills out of Clearwater Beach. Yeah, you guys got way different coins up there, Gold Digger. Way different coins. I love finding Canadian coins. Finding a King George down here is like finding an old Wheatie down here. It's a really good find. And I just found my first bird scent, the 1967 to 1997, or no, 1867 to 1967 coin that you guys have the bird on the back. I just found one of those. It rang in a little different than an American Wheatie, and I was very happy to have that. Yeah, Charlie, a grill would be that was definitely a bucket lister for me, and it was a homemade set too. I even took it to my dentist. I had a dentist appointment. He's like, "That's not real gold," and yet I tested it myself. It came out 10K, and then I took it to my jeweler, and he tested it was 10K and offered me a price for it right there on the spot. But I literally took it to Denise's gold and silver dealer, and he paid me twice as much as what my pawn store guy wanted to give me. And I sold my gold grills, guys, so you're going to be seeing that coming up soon too. Wow, a silver grill. I didn't even know they made silver grills. We did get a ring finder's call out to find a silver bridge set that somebody lost in the waves at Clearwater Beach, but unfortunately they weren't real specific where they lost it. And two of us hunted for like 2 hours, and we didn't find her denture set. Sorry to say. Reed, yeah, thanks. If you watch Pat's video, unfortunately, I that first day I dumped the bucket, and I still have the bucket from the second day hunt out there, but I made a big dump run and run to the recycling place. So, Coin Boy Detecting and Collecting, welcome. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Gold Digger, I just got my stickers in, so let me type you my address. Where are my stickers? Guys, I got my stickers through Park Rat Pat. He's got a professional, but there's my new stickers, guys, designed by Park Rat Pat. It's got my pirate there, my pirate skull with a mohawk from when I shaved my head, and he put the Knox in it for me. I wanted a cross with the Knox and a shovel, and he did me a big sticker and a small sticker. So if you guys want to do a sticker swap, I will send you my email address now. You can send me your address. I'm hoping to get a PO box soon, so I could just post that on my channel. But there's my email address, guys. Oh, I could do that, Reed. Let me put one in there. I will put that right under the. There you go, Reed. I'll put that right in under your coin so I know to do that. Good idea, Reed. Thank you. Boom, a 19 Canadian large cent. Absolutely fantastic at 8 inches down. Good for you, Kep Valley. Hello, Mike. Oh, that would be awesome if you could find that gold bracelet in your room. Get some other people out there with you. Nice. No, I didn't, Brenda. Let me know which one that's for. It was a pirate skull. Oh, wow. If you could do pirate skulls, Brenda, that would be awesome. Well, guys, we have been on for almost 3 hours. We've been on for 2 hours and 42 minutes. This is unreal. And I still got 15 people here. Oh, hang on. Hang on. That was wrong, the one I just did. Hold on. All right, here's the correct email, guys. flthunder at me.com. That goes to my iPad. See, look at that, Pat. There you go. Guys, I think Park Rat Pat's email is parkratpat@gmail.com. He has it on the intro page of his videos. So if you're interested in stickers, guys, just contact Park Rat Pat. He made me, I think, like 120 of them. He charged me for the 100 price because he was able to put a little more of these on the sheet and get them for me at a good deal, guys. So Tim, have a great day. That's right. We're just doing the BS here. There you go, Pat. Forget this family-friendly show. Cool. Found a hatchet. Cool. That's a cool find, Mike. Thanks, Bill. I told Pat what I wanted. He designed them. He sent me a couple ideas. I said, oh, tweak this, tweak that. He's got the YouTube little click button right there. I put one of these in the back window of my truck, and then this one I put wrapped around the shaft of my metal detector. So just have to remember to bring these up to Florida Hunt 7, guys. But yes, Reed, I'll put that underneath your coin and send that to you with the coin. Well, guys, it is 12:45. I have to do my football picks for football at 1 p.m. I appreciate you folks hanging out for 2 hours and 45 minutes. This has been awesome. And my machine didn't lock up, and my sound's still here. That's like a record for us, guys. So thanks, everybody, for coming. I appreciate Coin Boy showing up towards the end here, and Dime Detective. Carry on searching. Wow, we just got somebody else new coming in just as we're about ready to wrap it up from the UK. Wow, we are international now. Blackbeard's Ghost is calling me. Gotta go. Oh. Carry on searching. Sorry to say you came right in as we're getting ready to wrap things up. We usually do this Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. our time. But next week, I am filling up Liz's spot, which is Digging Canuck. She will be back on her Sunday morning coffee with Liz at 10 a.m. next Sunday. So we will be moving this stream till 9 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. We will be her lead-in video. And we will be here next Sunday at 9 a.m. We'll see if we can do a little giveaway during our hour stream so we can get everybody fired up, because Liz does a couple giveaways in hers. So that's right. Well, Canada's international too. Yes, you're right, Brenda, but that's still attached to the United States. We're all part of North America. But somebody from way over across the pond is a cool add-on. Now, I appreciate it. We got quite a few Canadian subscribers and viewers, so thank you. And I love watching their videos too, because they've got the dollar coins, they've got the $2 coins, the loonies, the toonies. They got the coins with the gold in the middle and the nickel or whatever on the outside. They've got some great coins. And plus also Canada and Great Britain made largies a lot longer. Dalton and I have both found a Canadian largie, and Pat just found a Great Britain, a British largie that has that Hibernia looking back on it. That is just a great coin that Pat just found. Dug up a 500 peso from Colombia Friday night. That is awesome. Yeah, I love Canadian coins too. They're just great. Yeah, you probably will. Well, Bill, thank you very, very much. Well, thanks, Reed. That's great. I'll tell you something. That'd be a country that'd be great to hunt. Germany. Wow. The stuff you could find there. But I guess there's a few German metal detecting channels out there. But Reed, we'll have to talk about that more in Wednesday Zoom. And like I say, for all you folks new here or just coming in, Park Rat Pat hosts a Zoom meeting on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. where not only can you see the speaker, you're on the screen. It's like the Brady Bunch with all 9 of us in the room. We can all see each other while we're talking. It's a lot more interactive than just me talking to you folks and you responding in chat and language on the side. We all get to see each other. We have a fun time. We talk about detecting stuff, ways to grow our channel. We have fun. We make jokes about each other and with each other. Pat puts that on the front of his channel, Park Rat Metal Detecting. So hopefully we'll see you folks on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Pat's Zoom meeting. And I'll be back here next Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, my God, a 1920 George V halfpenny. See, we can't. Ooh. And Cowboy Coin Detecting is going to Spain in November. Jeez. You guys are getting too much stuff. We're going to start with more coin finds next week when you guys get here. But I got to cut this off because I got to run for football. I have found Canadian coins in the Coinstar. Yeah, me too. Oh, and guys, I just got silver in the Coinstar yesterday, and we're going to be doing another giveaway for that. So that's all I'm saying right now. But stay tuned for another Coinstar find giveaway. All righty, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. See you all next Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. Such great comments you guys give me. You make me feel so great. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next Sunday. All righty.